Elon Musk just canceled a bunch of suicide contracts in the veterans, the VA. He just canceled a bunch of suicide contracts that are there to create supporters to keep veterans from committing suicide and hurting themselves. And I think it's just tragic. It is tragic. And I'm amazed that any American would back that up, saying it's waste. How is it waste on our veterans in anything? They've defended our country and they deserve our right and our respect. And speaking as the son of and grandson of a veteran for Korea, my granddad is World War II Pacific campaign. I lost a cousin, Willie Carlton, Lieutenant Willie Carlton in the Marines in Vietnam. And I just think that the way in which you can tell a lot about a country by the way we treat our elderly and our veterans. And when you're taking veterans' support away, as they get older, it gets worse. You know, it gets worse. You can't go out there unaliving people, trying to save your life and everything, and then come back as a regular human being. I mean, seriously, you got to get some help. And as you get older, you might have got injured. You might have, all sorts of things they couldn't even get approval for back in the day. Agent Orange, all sorts of things. Now you want to cut off their benefits. You want to cut them out the picture like they're worthless. And yet you say you love America? How can you love America when you clearly can't stand Americans? How can you love America when you turn on our United States veterans who need as much help as possible, and yet you want to fire 80,000 of them, 80,000 workers who are helping to support, a third of which are actual veterans. And on top of that, you want to get rid of suicide contracts for veterans who are trying to fight suicide and everything else going on with them? That's just not right. That is just not right. You don't do that. If you ever find the money for something, you find it for veterans. You find it for the elderly. You find it for those people who have invested in America throughout their lives and should get a return on that investment, like their Social Security as well. This is ridiculous that you have these people who are MAGA who are so completely stupid, at least many of them. I can't say all because they're starting to get it. They're starting to see their own Republican Congress walk out on them and say, oh, well, you're a bunch of Democrats secretly in our town hall. And now they're getting called that. Now they're seeing it. We were trying to tell them, but they were so masked and blind. And now they finally see. And then there's still MAGA people by the millions, tens of millions, who still believe this crap while they're taking veterans. How can you be good with taking all the veterans' benefits and firing all these people? And how could you be good with doing suicide contract prevention by preventing contracts to address suicide and prevent it? How can you do that? That is just beyond understanding right there. Follow me for more as I talk about the real stuff, Darren Monroe Politics. Definitely on my YouTube. Get over there because I get to talk like I want. Darren Monroe Politics. And subscribe over there. Plus, I talk about this. Thieves in the White House. I got playlists called Thieves in the White House. Elon's Evil Plans. Election Fraud. I get to talk about the real stuff and unfortunate stuff. But I also talk about where we're winning. Out of 27 federal judgments that have gone down, including the Supreme Court today, we've won 26, including the Supreme Court today. We're in the fight. It's ugly. We're losing a lot, but we are winning along the way. But it's rough. It's the rough fight. And I know that those 80,000 veteran employees, as well as the contractors, they're going to sue. They're going to court. The good news in that, too, is that we are winning court cases. So I hope they go to court and fight for their right because they deserve it.